Hey guys, this is Chris from Team RMG1. Today is a great day of anticipation for the new deck coming out. It is the True Dracos. True Dracos have always been around since Luster, Vector, and those were kind of the starts of this deck. They did come out with another masterpiece, but you had to attribute a Draco Slayer or Draco Overlord. It really wasn't that great. But with this deck coming out, especially with its high popularity in the OCG, it's pretty much a 2 to 3 way meta between Dinosaur True Kings, Pure True Kings, and Zodiac, still surprisingly with what they've had banned and gotten rid of. It's kind of that. Oh, and Cosmos is in there too. But they have 3 Dark Destroyer, and that's not fair for the rest of us in North America with only 1. Rest in peace. So today, what I was going to do is going to kind of discuss how much it's going to cost with everything that has been announced, it being a pretty much high rarity deck. Now, I'm not going to include these prices or speculate prices, because I mean, I could speculate all day long, and I could be completely wrong. So I'm just going to cover mostly the main deck cards that are already out right now, and if you have not yet picked these up, you know, how much it's going to cost for a high rarity deck in this. So I guess first off, let's find Pawn Desires. So sitting at 42 on TCG Player, and there's another one here for 42. So you got 42 times 3, boom, 126. So pretty stable. I mean, it just lets you draw a lot of cards. You're playing a lot of 3-ofs aside from like 2 cards, but honestly, like, you could play 3 of this and be okay. I just saw this list on Road of the King, and this seems to be a very popular deck style. The draw everything and mostly rely on Knuckles and the Maiden here more than Masterpiece, but Masterpiece kind of just makes the deck that much better. So next we have Card of Demise, another really solid card here. I'll bring it over. It's about $29.45, but if I want to play set, because that's what everyone wants, it's going to be $29.58 plus 29.58 plus 29.58 plus 8. It's really late. I apologize for me wording out my math, but we're sitting at $214.74. That is pretty crazy. Next up, Terraformings. These are super rare from the Astral Pack. Very high in demand right now. Very popular card. We're sitting at $23.73. $23.73 for 3 of them, which you do need 3 in testing this deck. So we're sitting at 285, almost 286. Now, I guess it kind of depends on your version of high rarity, but honestly, I prefer more the cards that the older sets. For example, when Pod Body first came out, it was a Secret Rare. Now, I love the Secret Rare. Secret Rare is my favorite rarity, but for a lot of people, it is the highest rarity of a card. So, we're going to pull the Astral Pack prices, which were ultimate, and look for a near mint copy that has multiple. So it's about $70 for a playset. So yeah. Now, this is where I guess a lot of people have different or varying opinions on what goes put in the deck. But the reason I play Forbidden Chalice, it really is a good interrupting card. It really sucks in the mirror match, from at least what I've tested. Now, I could just have bad luck and draw it at the wrong times, but a lot of the time their masterpieces, they usually tribute a monster in a trap. So Forbidden Chalice can help, but it really doesn't do much for you. So, Forbidden Chalice Ultimate Rares, because they look the nicest in my opinion. I want a set of Near Mints. I have to go to the next page. Near Mint. Oh, where's first edition? Good lord. First edition lightly played. First edition lightly played. Do they not have a near mint? Oh, here we are. Holy heck. So if I want to play set, it's close to $50. It was. I'm looking at this one right here. It's the $49.94 plus $49.94 plus 49. So we're sitting at $645. All right. Next one, Cosmic Cyclone. This helps banish all the traps and everything. I don't want them in the grave because they have their field effect resolve. If it's destroyed, pop a card. This also benefits when you banish their field spell because they can't actually do anything with it. So if I want to place it, it's going to be $22.48. So we're sitting at $713. Monarch Storm 4th. There's not a whole lot of rarities for this one, aside from like the highest rarity being gold. Really was just a common and a structure deck card. So it's sitting at a hot 70 cents. Oops. There we go. And then we have two last cards. We have Skill Drain and Imperial Order. The reason I play Skill Drain, it just stops this. It stops your searching, it stops your activating cards from your deck, it stops your popping. Now if he's trapping you, then that doesn't matter. But it just really slows down this engine so that Masterpiece has a harder time coming out unless it's trapping me, and then you're just really SOL. But also I think this really helps with the zoo matchup. Metaphors, it's a little bit rough still, but I know Cosmos have a hard time with it. Granted, what can I do to an untargetable 3k monster when my strongest is 2950 on its own, not including the field spell? So that's just how I see it. It's still pretty decent. It also helps with your rogue matchups, you know, like the barrier statues or whatever deck really at that point in time. Now I only need one, and with it being turbo packed, they never really printed a first edition. So bringing this over here, I'm looking at $20.80. Okay, and now we're sitting $734.69. The last card I really like in this deck, although in testing it has killed me a couple times too. But you can tribute it off. It's what makes it nice is you just tribute a monster spell and or trap, and it's a continuous, so it stops the drawing, the banishing, the negating, the whatever you want it. It's really strong. So looking at the secret rare from Legendary Collection, and we can look through all versions, but I believe this was the highest rarity. Yeah, at least from what I saw. Yeah. For unlimited near mint, it's about $8.87. Alright, so conclusion time. There is a lot of money to be had into this deck. That is not the cards itself. I'm not going to include these prices because all speculation prices, these could be $20, this could be $50, this could be $40. You know, it could literally be any number between 1 and a million. Although granted, people wouldn't want to pay $1 million. We saw the rise and spike of Zodiac Barrage, and I think this is kind of what is going to happen. Although I don't believe there's a YCS coming up. I know there's Pittsburgh, but I think that's a little bit ways out. So I don't think there's an immediate rush to get these cards. Now, unless you have regionals or anything like that, then, you know, I don't have a regional calendar of every single regional out there, but this deck is a little bit bonkers on price-wise. Most people who were to purchase the case, like a case of Maximum Crisis, would be paying roughly $800 or so, just kind of depending on where you go. Working at a game store, I get a little bit of benefits and get it for like $720, but so it really just kind of depends if you have an event coming up soon that you really need to fork over the money for the deck. because, I mean, honestly, aside from 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So in half of your deck is $743.56. The other half, not including, by the way, these, the reason I'm not including these is because some people put them in the side, some people put them in the main. It really depends on who you are, stuff like that, so I'm not including those in the price alone. But half of your deck is $700, close to $750 for max rarity, of course. You can always get away with commons, but for things that only have one printing, such as Cosmic Cyclone, Cards of Demise, and Pot of Desires, you know, push comes to shove, what are you willing to do to get this deck, kind of thing. So I just wanted to give this out really as a PSA to talk about the importance of how much are you going to spend to get the deck you want. And this isn't even including the stuff from Maximum Crisis. So I know sneak peeks are coming up this Friday for everyone. Friday, Saturday, Sunday if you're not in this state. So good luck to everyone who is going to sneak peek this week. Hope you get all the cards you need, because I will hope and pray to God that I get them as well. And I just wanted to get this out as a PSA for all of you guys. I will try and get a podcast out sometime at the end of this week, hopefully, and maybe get a video out tomorrow, just kind of depending on how I feel and how much homework I get done between now and then, because I know I got finals coming up 2 weeks from now. I know a lot of other people have been busy with work or have finals themselves, so hope you all have a great day. I love you all, and bye-bye.